Hello, everyone. This is Kim Lay, and today I'm going to be sharing with you the answer to one of the top 5 questions I've been asked this year, 2021, which has been the year of companies going public. And that is, as soon as I'm public, I am an emerging growth company subject to 404A. What are the minimum requirements and what are some recommendations? What are the activities that I need to do to be in compliance with SOX 404A? So here is the answer. Now, this is going to be an overview. There are other videos that will click down one more level and really explain what are the activities related to this, but I wanted to show you on one, just an overview of all the different activities that we think about for our clients. Whether you're doing it internally or you're outsourcing or you're co-sourcing, these are the typical activities that we budget for and plan with our clients. So what you see on screen is the SOX Readiness, which is a company that is before they're public, pre-IPO. Then you also see the SOX 404A, which is the emerging growth company, and then SOX 404B, which is the accelerated filer or a bigger public company. So here you can see that typically project management, emphasizing project management is such a key aspect to your success, especially the first time that you're a public company, because you making sure you're herding cats. You've got people from HR, from IT, from legal, from operations, from finance, all pulling together. What's our status? Who's committed? Keeping people accountable, keeping people responsible, consulted, informed. All of that is so helpful. Next is planning, putting together the timelines, the actual plan, and we actually have some examples of timelines that you can check out for your company depending on your timing of your transaction. And then the risk assessment. So in this case, I broke out the risk assessment into 2 parts because what I call the business risk assessment is starting with materiality, planning materiality. What are significant accounts, locations, systems? And then you click down yet one level further, which is the IT risk assessment. And that is getting a population of all of your systems, which ones are related to financial reporting. And it's really important that you actually narrow the scope as much as possible. So in a different video, I'll explain the strategy that I share with my clients when we're doing an IT risk assessment. The next one is a Coso 2013 mapping. So Coso is the internal controls framework that 99% of companies use. And in this case, if you are a 404A company, you will need to have a Coso, at least mapping of some sort. Your external auditors, particularly your Big Four or what I call Big Six, that includes BDO, Grant Thornton, and the Big Four, PwC, EY, Deloitte, KPMG, they will insist that you have done a Coso framework because that's your entity level. That sets the tone and making sure you have the key controls in various areas. Next is going to be segregation of duties for manual controls, meaning making sure that people in AP, one person cannot create a vendor, approve their invoice, and then disperse or approve checks being written or wires or ACHs. So I'll go through those in a different video, but again, manual controls. The next one for a 404A, recommended but not required, and it sometimes depends on your external auditors, is segregation of duties analysis for your ERP system. Many of our clients end up using NetSuite or Oracle Cloud, Intact, Oracle, SAP, but diving into the actual ERP user permissions, that getting a head start on that. We have had a lot of our clients who go out the first year of going public may have a material weakness because of their systems. Their ERP permissions are too broad. When your team is fairly small, it's hard when you're trying to close the books on a timely basis. And so flagging that so that you can have manual controls to compensate for that. The next one that is recommended for 404A is looking at other system user permissions. That means your HR information system, your equity system, your payroll system, your procurement system, your banking system, doing that user permission analysis early on so that you can make changes and not have to do it when you're fully 404B. Your SOC 1 review and mapping, that is something, it's optional when you're pre-IPO, but it is required when you are 404A. There's also training for your process owners. That is very much recommended because it's a whole change, a mindset change. How do we work in our environment? Giving people, especially if someone hasn't worked in a public company environment, it's important to give them the tools, the background so that they can be successful. And then your quarterly audit committee, that's typically something that is recommended when you're 404A, just to let them know where you are. Not required, but recommended. Key reports testing. This is a big effort, and it's not required for 404A. The next one is managing your external auditors, making sure you're coordinated. They know what's happening. You know what they expect from you. That's very much something recommended, and it's helpful to do for 404A. And then at the end of the year, analyzing deficiencies, reporting on that, that is only for 404B. You don't have to do that for 404A.